Deep breaths, TJC. Been a while since you've done this. G'day, legends. TJC Sports here. Welcome back to another legendary NRL live stream reaction here. Today, we're going to be reacting to the legendary Sydney Roosters versus Canterbury Bulldogs. Didn't check it out right before doing this, but Hugo Savala there, peeping out of the corner. A little bit creepy. Mouth blocked off. What are you saying? Oh, who knows? Is he saying he's won? Is he swearing his head off because they got robbed at the end of the game? Who knows? Well, only time will tell, legends. I'm TJC Sports. Let's blast off with it. Hope you're all doing absolutely amazing. Look, legends, apologies to anybody who doesn't know why I've been away. It's, it's been a really tough last month and a bit. I'm not going to even lie to you and say that I'm even 100% right now, but I just couldn't stay away from you wonderful viewers. Appreciate you all so much. Remember to hit that like button, share around, and most importantly, if a new person comes into the chat, let's make sure they subscribe to support it, guys. Hello to Liam, Wills, and Michael so far, and anybody else who may comment in the upcoming bits. Roosters by 4, first try scorer, Daniel Tupou. Liam Pritchard, that's going to our predictions that we'll be discussing at halftime. Let's see, will Daniel Tupou do it by the 4 legends? Or will it be the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs? Obviously, the Bullfrauds tend to be one of the higher teams compared to the other here in this one. However, I still think the Roosters have a shot in it, especially with it being a home game at Allianz Stadium here. If it was at a court or something, maybe I'd go more towards Dogs, but Salute says, Will, Bulldogs by 20. By 20? Oh, my God. Wills, mate. You're giving them a lot more hope. You're on the exact opposite end of the spectrum to Liam here. Liam's going tight game, Roosters. You're going blowout game, Bulldogs victory here. That's the Cowboys supporter there. Hopefully none of them dive, right? Like Moses. Storm beat the Panthers last night. They did off of a Harry Grant dive and then run through the line that made the Penrith Panthers defense look like the slowest people known to mankind, legends. Hi, legend. Hi, Michael Driver. Welcome to the stream, mate. Good to have you here. Who are you tipping, Roosters or Bulldogs? Honestly, legends, you know what? It's at a point now, my tipping, where like, I've got nothing to lose. Why not? Come on, let's do it. Get the job done. The Roosters. Let's finish them off. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. TJC to tip the Roosters. They're gonna win because that's just how good they are. They ain't the Roosters. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. TJC and the Roosters. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. TJC and the Roosters. Whoa! Life, except for Parramatta Eels. They're my goats. They're my goats. My goats. Liam's Tyler Latrell is out for the Rabbitohs. Oh, yeah, he's a huge out for them, legend here. He's a massive out, actually, Mr. Latrell Mitchell, but that's tomorrow, mate. I can't wait for it. I'm actually very relieved he's there, though I would have rather beat them with him there. I don't know. I'm just one of those people, guys, where I like when my team beats a full strength side. However, I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I can get 100%, legends. 100% without a doubt. All right, if you're asking for my specific prediction, legends, by the way, I will be going with the Sydney Roosters 1-12, not because I think the Roosters are going to win, but because I'd rather them win. With a slight cast of dark nighty weather here. I'm sure you're all just so excited to have me back, aren't you? I can hear it. I can hear it in your voices at the moment, guys. You just can't believe it. You're like, oh my God, the GOAT. You know, TJC, he's back. He's so awesome. Since when was he so knowledgeable? Since when was he so slightly attractive? How long has it been since I got to hear this wise voice that goes beyond the realms of possibility and responsibility? It's too flirtatious. It's too beautiful. It's too factual. It's too knowledgeable. It's TJC. Salute back at you, mate. I went to Canberra on Thursday and it was very cold. Oh, mate. Canberra, when it gets later, can get freezing. And I say that as somebody, ask anybody who knows me, I don't get cold. So the fact that I will admit that it can get kind of cold means it gets cold. That's what you need to know, legends. Like, listen, I'm rocking up to I'm rocking up to like 2 to 3 to -1 sometimes in shorts and a sports shirt. You know what I mean, legends? Like, when I think it's cold, it's cold. This is a huge game between these two storied rivals. It's Eastern Suburbs versus Canterbury Bankstown at the new SFS. You're dang right, rugby league history. You're dang right. Eastern, their traditional tricolours for this Indigenous round here. Is it a potential future Sydney Roosters partnership here in the long term? Forget about Cherry potentially coming next year. Hugo Savala and Sam Walker, legends. Obviously, both naturally halfbacks. However, if they can learn to spark something up permanently, what an elite threat for years to come they could become. Savala has shown plenty of potential, and Sam Walker needs no introduction, does he, from you legends? Walker's on could become Walker's on to Savala. Another man on the screen here, Mark. No one Waze. I know I'm mispronouncing that. It's okay. I'm close enough there. Evening, legends, says Jason Reader. Evening, Jason. And hello, George. Hello. Welcome to my lovely streamer world. My prediction, Roosters will win by 16 points. George Alarm, I like it. Up the Roosters, I'm pumped. You're pumped, mate. You're pumped enough to go with the Roosters 1 to 12. All right, Roosters. Speaking of which, legends, this is my bad. You can go, TJC, why are you so rusty? Why are you so rusty? How could you do this to me? You didn't do the one thing I like. What the heck, man? And you know what that was, legends? That was pop in with the poll here. I almost forgot it while I was saying it. That's how terrible I am, legends. Roosters. And there we go. Who is winning? I love editing. It's so much fun sometimes. Oh, you know what? We're adding one more. There we go. We're going to put that up there for you, legends. Okay, there we go. Poll is up. All right. All right, here we go. Almost there. I went down by train first. I come back due to... Oh, mate. I can relate to that so hard. I went by train too, legend. It's definitely the ideal experience if you're talking about what's smart financially, right? Like, yes, you could probably fly there, but what's the point, right? Just train it, guys, all right? It's not that bad, honestly, unless things go terribly wrong. To be fair, though, it doesn't account. If you do what I did and you train it on the day, you can risk problems coming up, and being late. But I was lucky enough that wasn't the case. I'm just acknowledging that. Overall, though, it's pretty good. Are you going to the Sydney Football Stadium tomorrow? What do you think, legend? What do you think? We can guess. Is TJC going to a Parramatta game? Is he? Heck yeah, I am, legend. Heck yeah, I am. And when there for Canberra Raiders versus Australia Singles Friday night? Yeah. Pretty sure the Raiders won that one, right? But Manly didn't do too bad in that from memory. A lot of results are a bit of a blur, not going to lie. Where is the Queen? She'll be happy her Warriors just had a good win. Oh, she'll be over the moon. Come on, we need our Queen Mel in the chat. Hopefully she shows up soon enough, mate. Tyler, who finishes inside the top 4, Warriors or Panthers? The Penrith Panthers, legend. Because unfortunately, the New Zealand Warriors, I'm not so sure right now. They've been really unlucky with injury. However, would I absolutely take it if the Warriors went and they didn't? 100%. I would love it. With every fiber of my body, I would love it, mate. I would love for that to be the result. Always a special round, Indigenous round here. representing a proud culture, a proud piece of heritage, the traditional owners of this land. Been there since time began. A culture unrivaled, a bond forever forged. Rugby League Indigenous rounds. It's a special sight every year that it comes about, and this game proves itself to be no different, I'm sure. Enjoy your nights, legends. We're going to be ready for a big one here. Just waiting on it. They're actually due to kick off. Literally not. They're due to kick off in a bit. They're just, they're actually late to kicking off here. They're actually late to kicking off here by about 5 minutes, guys. That's with why there's a bit of a long drawn out here. Tyler, who finishes inside the top 4? Yep, 28. Of course, Canterbury won their first premiership debut back in 1938. If you want facts, legends, you've got rugby league history here at the moment. These two sides have played nearly 180 times since 1935, and it's no sign of stopping soon. Sam Walker, 12 try assists in 5 games in 2025. He is unbelievable there. He can walk, he can score, he can kick. What more could you ask for? Lachlan Galvin and the Dogs. Oh, it's absolutely painful watching him in that jersey. You absolute... nah, respect to him. I'm disappointed Paramarills are not playing finals footy this year. Yeah, look, legend, at the end of the day, technically, we could play finals, all right? I'm not saying no, but I don't think we will. I'm saying that I reckon we can have a good finish to the year, but it won't be what we want in that sense of finals, I don't think. Though mathematically, it's not impossible. Mathematically, it's not impossible at all. It's just that we need a lot of teams to fumble. Kick off by approximately 5 minutes. Yes, it has, but not anymore. Rugby league history. Roosters, Bulldogs. Spencer Lanier running into the line to open up our first half here. The first TJC sports stream in over a month, legends, due to tragedy. Daniel Tupou smashes into the line here. Now, Phil White spinning around here down the left side. Once more this evening, Lindsay Collins here, back around, underway. I don't get how many Melbourne Storm but lose to Bulldogs Sydney. Well, that's just the inconsistency of rugby league, mate. That's just the inconsistency of rugby league. Roosters to the right here. Savala takes the kick. And over to the left, it'll bounce over to the 10. In the goal line, they allow it to go. Jacob Carraz now into the line. New South Wales Blues is 18th man. And he's chased hard there. Jacob Carraz, he looked hard there. He looked ready for it. Over to Jerry here, who just can't get by. They're stuck on that 10-meter line permanently. Back up around here. Serving it up there. Big tackle from Lindsay Collins, the Queensland prop. Almost forgot his position for a sec here. And then you've got Tuala. Now, just look at the Roosters. Big start here. They can't let the Dogs break through, can they? And oh, what a kick from the Dogs. And never mind the defense. Where was Teddy going to get to that? And already, and somehow 2 minutes have gone by here as Tedesco takes it on the 30. Round to the left here, the meters, legends. The meters that could have been made if there wasn't such an unbelievable kick in the air there. They got the schedule wrong, it seems. Mate, they didn't just get the schedule wrong, mate. They completely made up the schedule, bro. 5 minutes. 5 minutes is too much, man. Tell ya, no amount of money can buy you 5 more minutes, can it? Well, actually, it probably could, but like no amount of time can bring back that 5 minutes, I guess, right? You can't bring back that exact 5 minutes, how much you pay, I guess, right? Technically. Sam Walker, though you could buy a new one. Oh, okay. Oh, what a kick for the one who it was, say Billy Smith. And Smith couldn't get over. Bit of a juggle. And what promised to be an insane opening to this game will be a Bulldogs ball here. Watch it again. Sam Walker. When his kicks go up, there is always that fear that it's going to land somewhere neatly. And it almost did. It just wasn't quite meant to be. And the Roosters slip over in the tackle there. We're going to stop play for a second, then get back on with it. Dogs then just through the middle. Neat tippy toes here. Hug to hug. Free there. It's a group hug there on the doggy. Back to Hayward. In and about here for Max King. And King will just get slammed to the ground there. Made his New South Wales debut, not to mention Origin too much, but what a season Max King is having here. That was horrible by the Dogs. Mate, the Dogs have been a bit average, to be honest with you. Like, it was a good kick to Tedesco, but they've been a bit average to open up here. Over to the 40 now, where Matt Burton's going to clear it here, and the Roosters are going to have to prepare for the catch. Obviously, legends, remember, because Para wants to play on the most busy day of every round, Saturday tomorrow, we will not be streaming tomorrow, but we will get back to streaming when we hit Sunday, legends. I'll do one stream and a vlog tomorrow. All right, vlog out. Actually, you know what? We'll see, legends. Might do both streams and do the vlog the following day. Possibly for you because of how little streams we've done. I'll see, but you know what I mean? We can't do the Saturday streams, but we'll do possibly 2 on Sunday and the vlog the following thing on the Monday. We'll see, though. We'll see. Okay, TJS is making this up a little as he goes. The petrol tank's half empty, it looks like, at the moment. Connor Tracy around, and he'll sprint past the 20 to 25. This is already better than their last set here. Tuala. Former Newcastle Knight. Ran for over 500 metres just to go to hospital for an issue. Burton to kick out here. Panther to Panther. And could you imagine if the Panthers kept some of these guys? Crichton. You know, it's unbelievable. Hayward. And they're going to clear it in the air now. Lockie Galvin. He's got a kick on him, Mr. Galvey. And Tupou in the air. The Parramatta Junior slammed onto the 20. Tell I want Sydney Roosters to win. You want the Sydney Roosters to win? Me too, Liam. Me too. What do you give Ethan Strange playing for New South Wales 5-8, coming from New South Wales fan to Queensland fan? You want, well, legend, all right? My personal opinion on Ethan Strange is that he is a terrific 5'8". I don't know if I'd call him... I wouldn't be shocked if he got that spot in the future. I wouldn't be shocked at all, but I also feel like he's got that competition there, you know? Like Moses and Cleary. I'd argue drop Cleary, keep Moses in your team, and put Strange at 5'8", move Moses back to halfback where he won you a series, guys, all right? That's my opinion on it, mate. I'd say, yeah, I'd be a fan of it if it was to replace Cleary, all right? If I was a New South Wales fan, all right? I welcome you guys, though, to drop Moses. That benefits me more, legend. And we got a penalty here from Victor Radley. Mate, when does Victor Radley not give away a penalty in these games? It's always Victor the Inflictor. Have you noticed that, legends? Victor the Inflictor. He can't keep his hands to himself. Can't keep my hands to myself. I'm stuck on that shelf. The Bulldogs to put it to rest. This is all just one big test. Bulldogs. And oh, listen to that. The fans, the crowd, it's going wild. Salmon gets it to Max King here. The Roosters around. Obviously, last night, for those who do not know, shout out to the Melbourne Storm and Harry Grant. A bit unlucky from Panthers with the dive. However, Harry Grant absolutely storming over in a try, very reminiscent of what he did against Parramatta a few years ago in Golden Point. 22 metres away now. Stephen Crichton hits it to the left. They're in the zone. Can they hit it back? And he does hit it back. It's a bit too awkward. Bit of a knock-on, you could even argue. And it rolls out of play there. Too simple. Taken away from it. Tyler Nathan Cleary was angry Moses Leota but blocking Harry Grant last night. Look, however you feel about the block, at the end of the day, he shouldn't have been in front of the defender, right? I mean, you know what I mean? He shouldn't have been in front of all that attacker. He shouldn't. You just don't, you know? But that's just how it is, mate. That's how the cookie crumbles. And I think what people forget sometimes is that in professional sport, you're always aiming. Your goal is to get the advantage. Whether that's falling, getting a penalty, that's the goal, all right? Stay down, win it. We can complain all we want, but that's how it is in professional sport. This is a job to them, and they're going to make sure that they get it. I don't think you should hold anything against them. And Tracy's losing meters here for the Dogs. Connor Tracy, you need meters. Bronson Jerry flies around the ball. He's going to the 40. Almost to halfway here. Who was going to tell Tracy you need meters? Not backwards. Kayo forgot where his try line was. Back to the round. What a play. Hughes. He scored 3 tries against Manly. 3 tries against Manly. Liam Pritchard, Nathan Cleary was angry most. Yeah, all right. Kicking into territory. The Dogs chase, and it has to be collected by Tedesco here. Wonderful play from the Dogs. They didn't start the best, but they're going to make sure the rest of the game is better than that start. Didn't start the best, but they're going to show they're up to the test. Galvin there, when he kicks that, this is the trust that a team like the Dogs has. The instant chase there. And there was almost nothing that could have been done. Oh, real log there. Look at that. That's like nearly an 80-meter goal line dropout. And Samuel Hughes is going to change that. He's going to step around and gain at least 10 meters. He almost gained 20. Oh, awkward leg movement. And that's got to start a scuffle. I don't think you can say that the Roosters did that. Surely you can't say the Roosters deliberately did that. Dangerous tackle, though, has been given here as a penalty. Genuinely, let me see it. Oh, yeah, actually, Billy Smith, he does... Billy Smith's not going there in an aggressive manner, but he definitely contributes to the way Samuel Hughes balls in a dangerous way. He could get on trouble for that in the future when we get to the judiciary. Bronson Jerry, one of my most hated players. Fair enough, legend. Fair enough. I mean, he was banned for years. Hayward to kick. Right up around the ball here. 0-0 still. Salmon. Oh, man, I want some salmon. Gets it over to Bronson here. Should have signed for the Broncos so I could say Bronco Bronson. Galvin in the center of the field. Gets it to Jamin Salmon here. The weak-gutted dog there. Flipping around. He does a flip on the ground. He's done a flip literally. Back to Crichton. To Galvin. Long pass. It's a sidestep and it's a try. And Nari Tuala. The Dogs lead 4-0. And that goes to show how little a good start can mean in just a few plays. 4-0 and a good lead to start off here for the Dogs away from home. They truly are a proper real deal. The Roosters, not a bad team. And that was amazing. The captain, Stephen Crichton, links up well with Galvin. And once that ball gets to Tuala, the cutout was inevitable there. And the number 5 may have just gotten them their first set of 6 if the kicks kicked. Not as hated as Ezra Mam. Yeah, he's pretty not liked, isn't he, Mr. Ezra Mam? And the away supporters who outnumber the home fans, which is common at East matches, go crazy. They liked that one. They loved that one, mate. They're over the moon about it. A couple penalties later, just teasing the defence, they've got it. Definitely not at Tigers anymore, are you, Galvin, with setups like that? The Dogs will always outnumber wherever they go, except if Parramatta can do well. A loud and vocal crowd. While I'm not a fan of all their supporters for how they can be, credit where it's due. They are united as one. He got 6 from 7 last week against the Warriors. He's looking to make it 1 from 1 tonight. He's sweating. He's nervous. The sheet of paper's dripping. It's dripping! It's dripping! It's in! It's in! That's an A- on your report card. He's got it done. 6-0. On top of the world, the Dogs are going to have to look to maintain this kind of momentum. Tyler, there are a lot of Bulldogs fans. There's a ton, Liam. Yes, there is. They're a large fan base. National TV celebrity. Cheers, Walshy. Welcome to the stream, mate. Honestly, if I had a nickel for every time I had somebody send me a screenshot of me on telly, I'd have quite a few nickels at this point. Who thinks the lunch at the Ethan Strange will get the 5'8" of the year award? Well, I'll leave that question to the chat for you. Over to the left. Don't worry, Channel 9. I won't miss the Premier League. I love my football, and I love the fact that the Manchester United, the Red Devils, are winning the Premier League. I'm delusional. Don't worry, Channel 9. I'll be checking that out. Oh, Kayo cops it. Yeah, stays down for a moment. Oh, that's a normal tackle. Yeah, now Saval. Oh my goodness, Saval has definitely damaged himself there in that one. So Jack is leaving City with City fan. To be fair, he didn't really suit your system. You know, he didn't score much for you. Whereas I feel like he'll actually score a bit at Everton. You know, he's got the 30, he's got the angle. Does he have it? No, Tedesco covers that well for the Dogs here. Personally, I can stand City about as much as you can stand Man United, legend. Though, I'm going to be honest, it's got nothing on my dislike for Liverpool. Hainsey YT, mate, you're going to be losing both times to Manchester United. And penalty blown here. Penalty blown. And the Roosters have a grand opportunity here. Just like Manchester United after signing Seshko, Brian Mbemo. And of course, plenty. Let's go. Over to the left here. Defensive Collins here. 1 of 4 Kangaroos reps here tonight. Spun around the middle here. And they keep going. On to the 30 now. It's picked up. Spencer Leniu. Nafahu White. And what a tackle on Victor the Inflictor. He has been inflicted with the most damage you'll see. Kayo, he's too much. A reckless defensive unit. They chase and they chase hard, and it's 6 again. Talk about reckless before. Daniel Tupou, smart play from him. Have we ever had a time where both codes, South Sydney and the Roosters, have had such all-time try scorers in their lineups? Looks it around for Walker, and Savala, he got a huge knock before, but he takes on the defense there through the middle. Awesome, Michael. Let's go, mate. Tedesco to the receiver around here. Gets it off now. The pass is there for Nafahu White. 4 tackles down. They've got 2 left here. It's short for Collins. And there's too many defenders there for him to break through. Sam Walker, who kicks it for Tupou. And Daniel Tupou scores for the Roosters. Steve Menzies-esque with that one. He's too high. He's above Menzies. He's above Menzies in the try scorers, apparently. There you go. In the air he flies. Crashing and dashing through. Get in, says the Sydney Roosters support, if Jason Reeder is to be believed here. Cock-a-doodle-doo, they scream woo, as we always say. They actually do pretty good there, the Dogs, but they weren't going to beat him in the air like that. The original Xavier Coates says, it's the original Xavier Coates. Before Coates came in and changed it, Tupou was there. Put it this way, Daniel Tupou walked so that Xavier Coates could run, and Xavier Coates walked so that Parramatta's wingers could run. Zach Lomax's the GOAT. Oh. It's not ideal to jump off both feet a lot. It usually doesn't have its advantages like this, but it was all that was on offer. And Tuala looked a little confused trying to get to it. It was a bit of desperateness there, and Roosters took prime advantage. Mr. Piacori says, Dogs, please. We'll see, mate. We'll see, Mr. Piacori. The Dogs might get it. You never know. It's still only 6-4, mate. They could miss the kick too. So Sam Walker here to nail it in here. He's got the goal-kicking boot, doesn't he? Sam Walker! He wears the magic boot. He can score with a scoot. And if you are in his way, you might as well just go screw off back home. 6-all. No, not minus 66. 6-6. There we go. Fixed it. I tipped the Roosters. I did too, mate. You can go back to the start of the stream if you like. I said I'm tipping the Roosters. No, that doesn't mean that, the Dogs can't win. I think the Dogs definitely should win even, but I also heavily backed the Roosters because I wanted the Roosters to win. Round the left here. Look at this. In Premiership history, most tries. Alex Johnston, 209, behind Ken Irvine with 212. Will he add to that tomorrow against Para? Billy Slater, 190, with Tupou tying with Steve Menzies now on 180. Can he beat Steve Menzies tonight? He's nailed this. Beautiful kick, but unfortunately the bounce just barely doesn't go in his favour. Connor Tracy now running around. Sorry, legends. My voice is still it puts a lot on you talking a lot for streams and stuff. So I'm just getting back into it, I guess. Wow, far out. It's a firm one here. Bronson Sherry here. Trent Robinson looking on. Live NRL today, there is Elvis watching on Channel 9, which is free to air, legends. I repeat, free to air game. Sydney Roosters versus the Dogs. From the skipper around here, Teddy Tedesco, he slips and he passes. Mark Nuanawinawaze, and no! Robert Toya was not ready for that. Marky Mark just trying to be too flamboyant. He wasn't ready for the offload, and now the Dogs will get the ball back 25 metres out from the try line here. It's their worst nightmare. I wish Sammy was in for the whole season. Sammy, mate, it would have benefited you, wouldn't it? I'm sure you do wish it, man. Sammy's not a bad player, is he? Burton. Kayo. Turning underneath here. I don't really like the Dogs as much as I used to. Their fans are just cocky. They're also very aggressive. A lot of them, legends. But like at the end of the day, you know, the only time I have a problem with any Dogs fans is when they touch. You know what I mean? Like I am fine. I'll deal with verbal, you know. But yeah, Max King to Salmon, Kayo, and another great tackle there. Hugo Savala gets him down. Hi, JK Stories. Welcome to the stream. Now Galvin kicking. Crichton hits it back here for Tracy. It's fifth tackle still, 17 meters gain. Galvin kicks it. And that is a really average kick, you got to say. In Rugby League 26. I don't know if I want to be reminded of that, JK Stories. That was a very that was a very bad performance from me against NRL Fanatics. You know what? I stand by it. You give me a team that doesn't have such average ratings, and I would do better. By the way, all right, somebody tell Fanatics this. Latrell isn't playing. Now, if Latrell isn't playing, technically, this guy, he was full of it and he was lying. We were meant to be picking the teams that are playing. Trell isn't playing, so he's technically cheated because Trell doesn't count, right? Okay, I win. All right, legends, I officially win. Okay, it's a default win because he cheated. Boom. Up again, Tupou. Charging down. Oh, for another, he wants it. It's a good long kick here. Gets the pass away for Angus Crichton. Oh, they knock it on, and it's a goal line dropout. Carras had to ground that one. Otherwise, we're getting a try. Yeah, for those who don't know, I did a stream where I played this creator called Fanatics. It wasn't on my channel. I did it on his channel, and I got destroyed. But it wasn't like the demolition you think. The first game was really tight. The second game, I led for most of it, and then I choked. All right? And the third game, we don't speak of the third game. That was terrible. But still, he had Trell in that team, and if he doesn't have him, I win. Totally. I'm going to pretend that it wasn't the cheese that was owning me. Kick out of Walker here. Stepping around. Finds the offload here. They take it on. Lindsay Collins now. Through the middle. Right in there with everything. Savala stepping around now here. Come to ground by Bailey Hayward here. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet, legends. And that is a really awkward pass for Dogs. And Connor Tracy driven there. Jacob Jesus, evening, mate. Evening, Jacob. Welcome to the stream, mate. Good to have you here. How are you, mate? I saw you at the Canberra Raiders game. Shout out to you. You're in the vlog. Do you think Hammer will leave Australia Kangaroos and play for Tonga or Samoa? Samoa, I think we're going to see a rise in allegiances changing. Yeah, you saw it, JK, but I'm not sure if everyone did, so that's why I was mentioning it. Stephen Crichton and Spencer Leniu not happy there. The Dogs get themselves the penalty. I'd consider you technically an OG, yes. Are you the OG that's been there every single time? No, but you are an OG, yes. 100%, technically. I didn't live stream that, legend. I didn't live stream that because I'm not gonna lie. It was a very big day Thursday, all right, and I passed out. The game went by. Stream didn't happen. Point is that there's not much I can do about that. There though, you can see some features there though. Roosters need to win. Keep season alive. Keep the season alive, legends. Keep the season alive. So far, 16 minutes left in this first here, and that is definitely a high shot. And it's all about field possession at the moment here. Serrano a bit disappointed in his team with that one. Past the 40 now. Liam Pritchard says, Tyler, who do you think will be in the NRL Grand Final this year? Panthers, Storm, Raiders, Bulldogs. Am I forgetting somebody? You know, those are like the big ones, I feel. And confronted there well by Stephen Crichton. Walker. Bit of a predictable pass there, and Curran wraps him up nicely with help from Hayward. Fourth tackle for the Roosters. They go to the left, and Walker kicks, and take it out. Is it a penalty? No, it's not. The referee is waiting to call it. And there we go. It's a penalty, however you look at it. They're saying 10 meters. Your short went early, and the player went down. Everything that would constitute having to be a penalty there. Watch it. It says Broncos. Broncos. What do you think of Payne Haas going to play for Samoa? I think it's good. I think it's good, mate. I like seeing more variety in where they're playing. All right, I like it when there's a change. I don't find it very, as much as I'm proudly like a supporter of my country, Australia, and that in the everything international based. I wouldn't mind a bit more competition with it. You know, I feel like it kind of gets boring for the other teams if Australia's always the ones winning it. You know, let's change it up a little, make it a bit more fun. Like, come on, guys. We're better than this. Will says easy 2 points. Will's getting up with it, isn't he? He's a bit tough about it. Who do you play, Legend? Who do you play that I'm gonna say is gonna be an easy 2 points for you? All right. Sam Walker's taking the 2 here. Roosters to lead. Sam Walker, surely. Yeah, he's got it. 8-6. And the crowd goes wild. Sydney Roosters have put themselves in the lead for the first time in this game. We have a tough game against the Dolphins. That is a tough game. Don't think that the Roosters versus the Dolphins says anything about how this game's going to go. You never know. Broncos, I think Broncos-Dolphins could shape up to be a great game. I won't be able to watch it as I'll be focused on other stuff, including the vlog. However, I do hope that you guys get a thrilling match there. Remember, guys, while I feel bad about it, most of Saturday is exclusive to streaming, and I won't be live reacting, so you won't have me for that. The game that will be live and free will be the Rabbitohs and the Eels, which you can probably spot me on the TV, potentially. In and around here, Tedesco takes on Burton there. Comes up Trumps, all the chips on fourth tackle here. Over to the halfway line now. You don't got to score every set, do you? Roosters, Watson. Just playing it on the halfway. And on the 10, he gets it. Moses played for Lebanon first. Exactly, Will. Exactly. You know, I'd rather them play for different teams than just for Australia, so... Yeah, well, Mitchell Moses, the reason he was playing for Lebanon is because he wasn't deemed good enough for Australia. He's deemed good enough for Australia now, thus he's playing for Australia. And that's no offense. Like, I think his Lebanese side is great, and that, you know, I'd love for him to play more games for Lebanon, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think as long as Australia has an option open at halfback, he's going to be playing for Australia. Like and subscribe alert while she edits in the chat, guys. Alert, alert, alert. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. Alert, alert, alert. Try Roosters down the left. Over to the 30. Spinning around here. And the Bulldogs struggled to keep him down there. He couldn't be maintained. Tedesco. Back around. The blue and white versus the red, white, and blue. We could see an overlap here potentially coming up. And on the 40, it'll become fifth. And fifth tackle there from Galvin. They're going to hit it over to the 10 now. Collected neatly by Connor Tracy. With the little side steps, he runs forward here. Remember, they are trailing as it stands here, but with 10 minutes to go and 50 overall in the game, they've got the time. Not going to lie, legends, probably after this half, I'm going to go for 2 minutes just to fix my throat and my voice a little bit so that I can be not coughing every 2 seconds for years. But, yeah, throat's not that, yeah, that's why I'm coughing. Let's go. If I played, I would play for England because I'm part British. You should, mate. You should. Hey, I think Galvin could take the Dogs to a grand final the next couple of years. Oh, most definitely, legend. I hate to admit it, but it's true. Into the hands of the Roosters. Walker at 6 more tackles here for Canterbury on 5th tackle, and he can't believe that. He's claiming he did not play at that. And here, hang on, the touch judge has overruled the referee and given a penalty. A penalty. That's the wow. Yeah, Galvin's in front of him when he kicks it. Yeah, that's the correct call. Galvin's in front of the kicker there. You don't see that every day. This is the moment, tonight is the night. They'll fight till it's over, so we see a try. Because the ceiling can't hold them. The ceiling can't hold them. Sydney Roosters, go back, this is the moment. James Tedesco, 110 metres. They'll fight till it's over, so they put their hands up. Walker, round the right. How many games did James Tedesco play for Italy? Not sure, legend. Walker, back around. And I have a feeling Sam Walker will be the halfback when Cam Munster retires and Tom will go to 5A. Wouldn't shock me at all, mate. I'd actually be a fan of it. Tedesco gets it over, floats around to Marky Mark here. Marky Mark's ruled himself out of this set. On 5th tackle now, we go to Toa. And Sam Walker up across the ground now. It's a big kick again. It's a roll around. Is that Roosters' try? We're going to have to go to the bunker. I think it was a knock on, but the bunker can be the decider of that here. Surely that was a knock on by the Roosters first. We're also reviewing a possible escort now too. This was just a dog's breakfast. Yeah, all right. The chasers are onside. We've cleared that part. All right, bunker call here, folks. Bunker call. I'll keep you updated. Well, Tupou would be in front of the kicker anyways, wouldn't he be? Unless they claim escort, Tupou would be in front of the kicker, wouldn't he? Because it went off the leg of a rooster. Yeah, he played for Italy, James Tedesco. He's Italian, Walshy. Tedesco's an Italian stallion. Where do you think he gets all that hair from? Hi, Tyler. How's Tricks? How's Tricks? Doing all right, mate. Doing all right. Good to have you here, Daniel. It's been a while, bro. Just dealing with stuff, legends and all that. Actually, can I stream? Sunday? I'm going to have to keep you noted on Sunday, Legends. I've just clicked, while we've been bunkering, I've clicked onto that I have a memorial service or something on Sunday for a family member that passed away. So I might actually not be able to, depending on the time of that. That's a shame. But we're currently playing on here with the bunker thing. Now in front of the kick. Yeah. He becomes involved. He's in front of the kick from Angus Crichton and he gets involved. I figured. What did I say like 2 minutes ago, Legends? I said that like 2 minutes ago, folks, and they've confirmed it fairly first before stream. Exactly, Jacob. Look, I'll keep my viewers updated because I appreciate you, Legends, and your patience you've had with me. The fact that so many of you are going to jump in and watch and comment and all this amazing stuff, despite how long it's been, you know, without me doing my stuff, you know, good on you. It must eat a lot of pasta. That's crazy. Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Pacific Championships return this year. Oh my God, the championships are back. Let's go, my goatums. I love the Pacific Championships. Kurt Man. Over to the right, Kurt Man, my Queensland goo. You got to remember, Legend, though, okay, all right, well, maybe he won't do it again, Legend. You got to remember at the end of the day, or this isn't an election, by the way. At the end of the day, from what I'm seeing here, Walshy intention was a light-hearted piece of humor. I'm sure he didn't mean it in a racial way or to offend you, Legend, and we just won't make a pasta joke again, mate. All right, you're good, bro. Sorry about you feeling you getting offended. We carry on. Nearly 30 degrees here in the UK right now. 30 degrees! 30 degrees! 30 degrees already! What? That's crazy! Nowhere near 30 degrees at the moment. Nowhere near 30 degrees at the moment over here. You're crazy, bro. When Karen Munster, I was happy for him. I think we were all happy for him, Legend. Well, at least 28. Bro's making his own scans of the weather, Legends. It is sad while she edits, but what can you do? Now to the right here. Jacob G currently playing Rugby League 26 career mode. Oh, sick, Jacob. Who are you playing as? I should do a Parramatta Eels rebuild, Legends, right? Forget Jason Riles. It's the TJC takeover. What do we think? Sydney Roosters Tedesco held on the ground here. Now over to the left. Gets around with it here. Good high kick in the air here around Roosters backwards. Angus Crichton now. Crichton over to Watson now. Connor Watson kicks low and Viliami Kikau gets it. He collects and he goes to the ground there. Brilliant defense. A bit of luck to it, but brilliant defense nonetheless here. They got it now. Burton through the middle here. This weather will reinforce the view, I guess. It probably will, Legend. It probably will. Hail Mary kick. Maybe, mate. Maybe. Hail Mary kick right there, Daniel. I wasn't happy. That's the problem with New South Wales supporters, it seems. It's a huge problem with them, Will. A huge problem. You can't be happy when your state loses. Can you feel like a shat? Like, can you be like, you know, sad that somebody lost their parent? Yeah, but of course I know how to edit Legend. Of course I know how to edit. If I didn't know how to edit, I wouldn't have over 5,000 subscribers if I didn't know how to edit, Legend. But fortunately, I don't really offer courses. It's kind of like I just know how to use certain things and I just do it. Maybe Walshy could, if Walshy wants, but I've got so much on my plate, Legend. Trying to do extra stuff is just not like at the moment I'm trying my best to give people who are close in my lifetime because of how tight time is, There's just it's a real mess at the moment, Legends, and it's not nothing against you guys. I think you guys are amazing and I love doing this, but it's just not feasible as much as I want it to be at this exact moment. Back to the left here, right on top of it all. Walker, he passes it right to the Dogs. And it's a try for Nafau White. The Dogs, what are you doing? The Dogs make a dog's breakfast out of it. Or should I say, because it is nearly 9 o'clock, a dog's dinner. And it wasn't a very nice dinner either. All their greens were there, and there was none of the meats. None of the treats for after. Except for maybe Sydney Roosters, who have snuck into the bucket and grabbed a handful of it all, leaving none for the siblings. Nafahu White's favourite flavour is the red and blue ones. Indigenous round, thank you for always providing so much to us all. Is who I can say. Queensland is loving it, I see. Better luck next year, Blues. Better luck next year, Bluesers. They're always the Bluesers in my book, mate. I have done shorts before, but yeah, videos are different. I could Legends, all right? You could tell me to prove it, but I genuinely think I could edit short form content, all right? And when I say short form content, I mean like what TikTok is doing. So I genuinely think I could do that. I just prefer YouTube's format, and that's my own personal love, And I will always be a YouTube guy, but I'm just saying, if I really wanted to, I could probably do it. So that's always heart attack. I'm sorry to hear that, Michael Driver. May he rest in peace. You never know how much time you have with someone. It's really tough. It's really tough. But yeah, when you lose someone, my cousin was only 22, but you can't really predict it, can you? Sometimes it's just what happens. All you can do is try to do your best, right? You're not quite the same after, but you keep going because you don't want to lose that piece of you that you had before. As much as it shifts and bends, you got to try and not lose it, all right, as it cracks a little. Daniel Bates says 2 best colours together. Aston Villa up the Villa. Bring it on, mate. Let's go. Glory, glory, Man United. Seshko scores a hat-trick on his debut. Brian Mbemo with the unbelievable pass. And Savala through the middle here. Gets on by here over to the 30 now and hits it in the air. A good high kick here, 40 seconds left, Legends. James Tedesco here. I'll get back to your comments in a moment. I'm just going to make sure we do the final 30 seconds. There's no space. He just chips it over the top there. The Roosters have all the momentum at the moment. But remember, that can change so quickly with a lead like this, especially right at the end of the first half. There's a second half to come still. You got to remember that. All right, and the Dogs. They'll get one last play, the Roosters. Are they going to kick it? Savala. That field goal misses. And we are at halftime now, Legends. once they get the tackle. And look at that. Connor Tracy goes down. All right, legends. It's the TJC Sports Halftime Show with your host, TJC Sports. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Let's change that. And there we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. 63 years old. 63. Yeah. Still not great. Yeah. The draw is strong to go. And see the mighty Villa. The mighty Villa. The mighty Villa. I'm sorry, but I can hear the hat tricks being scored already against all these teams. Newcastle tomorrow when I was moaning about ticket prices. He's still thinking about it. The Daniel Beatty is still thinking about it. He's still thinking about those ticket prices at the moment, isn't he, mate? Mr. Daniel Bate here. Honestly, mate, I think it's an absolute scam what they're charging. However, honestly, is there a price on how much you love your team? Like, let's word it like that too. Let's word it like that. All right. Strong words, brother. Appreciate it, Jacob G. They came from the heart, man. And they came from the heart. I miss the half touch. I need to get on more often. You do, Jacob G. You need to get on way more often, man. And enjoy it, mate. We'll see, Man United fans. We'll see, Daniel. We'll see. We'll see, mate. Okay? Who knows? Ultimately, what I can't wait for is to just have the Premier League back, right? Isn't that going to be great, legends? The Prem is back in town. The Prem's back in town. It's back in town. Wow. Oh, the Prem's back in town. The Prem's back in town. Oh, I was going to check my FPL app, but it's by the way, yes, I do play FPL Legends. Let's go, Man United. Victory there. Got an update on me. Got an update, which isn't exactly great when you're streaming. Honestly, I hope Bournemouth wins 7-0 against Liverpool. I hope they do it. I hope it's a repeat of what Villa did. How much would you pay to watch Parrot at max price? At max price? Bruh. Mate, okay. I'm going to come off as an absolute insane person, Wills. But I would pay... you could see me paying up to, I'd say, a couple thou if I had to, but it'd only be a game a year if it was a couple. Like, if we're talking within my means, I could probably only spend, like, I guess, 100, 200 if we're talking about safety. I'll let you, like, consistently going to games each month. But that's yeah, that's it's a hard question to answer, really, technically. But yeah, we'll go simple with that. I'd probably go up to a few thousand realistically. I saw the Worldwide Sports logo during the match. Well, it is on Nine's Wide World of Sports, so go figure. Go figure, mate. Mate, crazy stuff here. You said so. No, sir. All right. I got you, Walshy. Just do this crazy thing. I got you. It's called a timeout. Boom. And Liverpool win again. Boom. Ooh. Not done yet. Boo. All right, I think I'm done now with that. Yes, it's still exciting. I guess I'm old school, but yes, it's always a big draw. Always a big draw, mate. I saw I will be going to Dragons vs. Manly round 26. Sick, bro. Good to know for you. All good. There was about 3 breaks in that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We've got, I don't know. We've got, I don't know. Do you have Para membership? Yeah, I do, Legend. I do. I've spent over $1,000 this year, Will. I've spent over $1,000 for plenty of stuff. In fact, I will be. I've had a couple exclusive events. Actually, if I go to my camera roll, there's a most recent one, all right, that I'll share with this stream that I didn't share that I didn't share on Instagram because why not? If I scroll through my videos, I've got a lot of videos, Legends, as a content creator. A lot of videos. Actually, I think it's... Yeah. Went to this amazing film. Part of this thing called the Captain's Club. You can see that there. Tyler Krog. Should put TJC on that one day, shouldn't they? They should just put TJC Sports on it. There's my name there, though. Pretty fun. Tour the facilities. I didn't talk about it because I don't believe in talking about, inside stuff mentioned before it comes out public, I didn't talk about it, but I heard about the Sean Lane news before that ended up happening. Mark O'Neill did confirm the fact that Sean Lane's playing days are likely over, but that he was going to be a firm part of our future going forward as a mentor sort of role. He'll be heavily with the club despite not playing, essentially. We also have some top-of-the-notch facilities. I've just got to say, we're some of the best around, man. Some of the best absolutely around. One sec, I'll continue on with it, Legends, in a moment, but we can't ignore this. Shout out to Emu King in the chat, who's put $10 to the channel. Let's go. Or, as always, is what we say on the channel, heavily appreciate the donos, guys. They don't have to be done because I don't do this for the money, but it is highly appreciated when they come about here. So thank you so much, Emu King. Sup, Legend here. Take my cash. I will take your cash, and I will gladly take it. One sec. Where is it? It's over here. It's over here. 1 second. Shut up. I've got money here. Where are the coins? I'm going to grab all the coins, Legends. Give me a moment. All right. My fingers are too big for my wallet. By the way, yes, TJC has a para wallet. Oh, yeah. Look at this. This all came. This isn't $10, but this all came from you, mate. Ching, 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 ching. That's it. I'm gonna be doing. I'll do the. Let's go, Legends. Look, my 50 cents has just activated caps lock. Lots of fun here in the chat we have, don't we? Appreciate it. Combank Stadium is Parramatta Eels home ground, not Pembroke Panthers home ground. It'll never be Panthers' home ground, Legend, of course. I spend money on any way to travel, Legend. But yeah, trains to Canberra is the way, bro. It is the way. Oh, silly me. Show some love, Legends, to Emu King here in the chat. Why don't you? Hit the like button on him. And hit the like button on the stream too. That can't be said enough here. Give you a big fat heart there, Emu King. 77 votes so far on the poll. 70% of you have gone with Roosters. 29% Bulldogs, 1% draw, 0% who cares go Para is at 0%. How dare you, Legends? How dare you? EU King donated 50 cents just for caps. Just for the caps lock, Legend. Just for the caps lock. We got the money. They see us rolling. They hate it. Can you do a pot asking people if they're sick of the song Sweet Caroline? Oh, mate. Mate, I've got you. I got you. I got to change it, but here we go. Just got to change it up. Are we sick? Thank you so much for the caps lock thing, by the way. 50-cent coin. You've helped me out here. Saved me a few seconds. Are we sick of the song Sweet? Yes. No. Yes. Nah. Why you ask? All right, there we go. And the chat is there. There we go. Beautiful. Are we sick of it, legends? Drop your votes onto the poll there. Too easy. Boom, boom, boom. It's almost too easy, guys. I'm too natural at all this. It was Parramatta player, former Parramatta player, part of our coaching staff now, Nathan Kalis, talking a little about the night there, who mentioned the lobster story. I don't know if you legends have ever heard of the lobster story, but essentially the idea of a lobster is that it's quite soft on the inside. It leaves the shell and it has to get tougher going through each shell as it changes and changes and changes and all that stuff. Parramatta's goal right now is that, all right, that kind of bond and that we're a shell that we keep trying to improve on till we get to a point where we're at our peak. I want to bring back the bus idea. Also got some lovely photos in the sheds, if I can find those. We'll get back to that in a second here. Where is it? Me in front of my personalized name on the thing. Where is it? Where are the locker photos? I know that I have them here. I know I do. Like, come on. There's no way, right, that I can't find them. Is that really just like, am I that much of a muppet? Do I really need my photos, though, when I'm already on the wall at the stadium imprinted? I start making clips again? If you want, legends. But it's really up to you. It's up to you, legend. It's not something where I think it's... I don't think it's anything that, make or break. Yeah, there they are. First photo, Zach Lomax, in front of Zach Lomax's locker. And then there's me just main character aura farming, guys. Ignore the other faces. I'm just aura farming there in the middle of it all. Rory Owen's locker because Queensland, go, let's go, legends. Great lockers. Must say though, some of them do not know how to clean up after themselves. There was some interesting stuff in some of their lockers. And you see these banners. I'm going to zoom in a little to not show everything, but these banners here. All right, there's banners there. All right, I don't know if you can see them very well, but Those banners right there are going to be changing when Parramatta win soon enough. Anyways, legends, end of halftime show. The second half has just kicked off here. Was a good night, though, nonetheless. Down the middle here. Oh, we got 2 donations here into the chat here. You know I only donate to your singing lesson fund. Oh, don't worry, Wills. I know all too well. TJC Clips also jumps in with a I might. All right, mate. Appreciate it, bro. The $2 donation there. Thank you so much, guys. Genuinely appreciate it. I should sign Rory Owen on Rugby League 26. You should. She's a goat. Sydney Roosters on the defence here. Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Past the 30-metre line now. They're covered really well there, actually. That's a good kick over to the right. It's going to go out on the full there. You don't have to catch it. You only have to touch it. And Marky Mark did it. The Sydney Roosters off of a terrible start from the Dogs. Oh, he barely got that. That was a huge risk from Marky Mark, but it paid off fun. It's funny that I have 2 names watching at TJC because it is, mate. It is. It's kind of like, oh, I have 2 names. Tyler, TJC, and Doug, depending on the person. I have 3 names, actually. That's free. TJC, you can add 4 because, you know, Terrible Counter should be a name now. Connor Watson. To Sam Walker. Gets it around to Tedesco. Marky Mark here now. Down the side. Storming onto that one now. And Marky Mark takes the tackle here. To the ground he goes. Looks for the pass to Walker. Defoe White. He played unchained since his try there. And Watson to Walker. Gets it to Tedesco. Billy Smith down the side here. And Billy Smith, what a player he is. Something from nothing out of nowhere a lot. And the referee is coming in here. The Doggies hold on. Center on center. And Crichton is one of the hardest players to go up against in that position there. Always firm. And yeah, definitely a knock on there from Billy Smith. Hits the headgear there of Stephen Crichton. It's a brilliant tackle there, slipping out. Coming up with the arrow here. And that's what the Dogs needed after a poor start kick. They need to start well, though. Better than they did in the first half. Even a converted try is not enough after that penalty. Jerry. To the right. Everything just feels very erratic at the moment, doesn't it? I'm back. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, Welsh It's my God. My God, bro. I got lost. I couldn't tell where you were, man. I couldn't tell where you were there, bro. The only people I could see was these amazing super chatters that some of the best viewers I've ever met. It's a long kick, doesn't have sufficient angles, and James Tedesco gets it. Stephen Crichton helps in a tackle that he doesn't seem like he was fully committed to making. Bit all over the place. Didn't know who he was getting down. And then it's Daniel Tupou here. Numbers off the line. Tupou tackled here. Smith with a charge here. Storms through here to Walker. Angus Crichton. Enjoy what you're doing. Michael Driver says $8. Can you believe... he doesn't say $8. Shout out to Michael Driver with the $8 donation here. Can you believe, Legend? It's round 24 and only 3 rounds to go. I can't, mate. I can't. I actually can't believe it, bro. It's unbelievable, mate. I'm actually over the... I'm half over the moon and I'm half sad because as far as the first season has gone, I couldn't be prouder in how much the boys have changed. Like, you know, yes, where we are on the ladder is not necessarily extremely different, but the morale, the way that the fans and the players interact, the atmosphere, the amount of things there are, the tactics, the the results, like how tight they are. It's Riles has firmly earned himself that second year. I'll tell you that much, and he's got many more to come. Hopefully, winning us that premiership. It's gone so quick. I don't know, man. That first 5 weeks of the season was very slow for me as a Para fan. Sam Walker. Defoe White. It's a full set for the Roosters on the 10-metre line here. Second tackle now. It looks like Dogs fans have already left a lot of empty seats now. Roosters then. Past the right here. By the way, shout out to you, Michael Driver. Appreciate everybody that's donated so far. THC is going to break the bank after all these donors. Bro, I'm going to have a lot of these 50-cent coins. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm going to have a lot of these 50-cent coins. And now Defoe White, he's got a double! He's got a double! Defoe White! Since when does he get doubles? Double the trouble! The Doggies! What are they on? I'll tell you what they're not on. Cloud 9, because it's been reserved by the Roosters. Cock-a-doodle-doo. The early morning style kick. Connor Tracy could not gather that. And then the Roosters play it on here with pressure. And Defoe White makes Galvin his son. The try was awarded. It's tight. Yeah, definitely grounds it. He pounds that down. Woot, a toot. They can't keep up with him. Crazy tackles through the middle there. Origin went quick. It's so quick. Everything goes quick, Legend. It's just all so fast. It's too quick for us all, bro. Hey, can I see your fantasy teams as well? She edits what? Premier League? I not really doing NRL at the moment, Legend. I do have an NRL Supercoach, but I just don't. I haven't done it in weeks and weeks and weeks. I've essentially stopped it just because of everything going on and content and that. Just not priority. Defoe White shushes the Doggies fans. I'm sure they're not happy about that. And Walker makes it 20. I repeat, 20-6. And the Roosters are flying high. I think that's a combined 80 points at least in the last 2 games. How quickly the for and against can change with just some good games. The Roosters just may be coming good when it matters most. Oh, yeah, no, that's not bad at all, Legend. I'll take that dodo, bro. I'll take those dodos. All right, over to the 10 here. Roosters. 32 minutes still to go here, and the Dogs will be hoping for a Raiders-esque comeback. Tupou. Almost unspeakable stuff right now. Look at that. Tuala had the Dogs leading, and then Tupou and Defoe White had different plans. You know, we all talk about Big Nelson, but it should be Big Naff, you know? Instead of Nas, it should be Naff. Big Naff for the win. To know that forward myself. It is, mate. It is a W. Walker's made a massive change to the Roosters. He has. It's Sammy Walker, bro, for the winneroo, Legend. For the winner, dapper do. Yes, Walshy. Alrighty, Dogs held back. Oh, it's the left side now. Tracy. And Connor Tracy pushed back by Roosters here. Background here. Tracy in and about here. Reed Marty. You did to yourself. That wasn't me. that wasn't me, but it was a dodo, wasn't it? There'd be no point to me donating to myself because it would just be me getting rid of my own money temporarily. Back to the left. Toya. Queensland goat right there. We love Robert Toya. And we love him even more. He wins a penalty for the Roosters. Hallelujah. And it's his Queensland teammate, Kurt Mann, that gave it away here. Kurt Mann. The old folks, they didn't back when Mann was added to the Queensland team, but he made a difference when he was there. Now over to halfway. Now it's going to be the Roosters. Angus Crichton. Yeah, that's that's Walshy legend. That's Walshy. That's Walshy with a different account. Alrighty, Roosters. Over to the right, Connor Watson. Gets it over to Savala. Looks for the pass, takes him on. He can't get it. Hugo. Now Walker. To Tedesco. Angus Crichton. Look at that around here. Sam Walker now stepping around here. Sam Walker forward now. Held. Yeah, I did. I did legend it because it was bull. You can finish it. It was bull flop, mate. It was bull flop that first video. All right? That was not a penalty. It was a penalty. In the box, without the ball at all, I was fully taken out. It was a red card, let alone not a penalty. To this day, it was bull flop, legend. It was bull flop. Savala, again, with the low kick here. And right on Canterbury's goal line, they get it back now. The Roosters having it on the Bulldogs. Over to the 10. Fourth tackle is in now, pushing him forward. And here's your man coming on. Reid Marty, I repeat, Reid Marty, the North Queensland Cowboy bound hooker, is rushing onto the field off the bench for the Canterbury Bulldogs. If the Bulldogs come back, Reid can take full credit and leave. And the Dogs even win a penalty here. Look at that. Look at that. Fate goes your way the second that Reid Marty comes on. And he's related to Parramatta, which is better. My God. It just all makes sense now, legends. It just makes sense. Oh, yeah. I'll say what I said in that first video, legend. I'll say what I said in that first video because it's very PG. But, yeah. Reid Marty, if they hit 40, sure. But they got to get 20 more points in 27 minutes, legend. How long to go? Well, yeah, 27 minutes at technically 27 seconds, legend. 27, 27, now 26, now 25, now 24, now 23. You get the idea. Billy Smith smiling after that tackle. Onto the third, 50% of the way through the set here. And Watson crosses over, stopping them past the 40. And then Crichton here, but Nafo White is having the game of his life here and won't let him through. Galvin takes the kick. And Crichton can't get involved due to being offside. And then did he block off the attacker there? No, he didn't. The Dogs went straight down. Tupou gets to run with it here. Daniel Tupou through the middle now. And Tupou held on the ground. Why would you put Reid on the bench? Mate, I think he should be starter, bruh. Honestly, that's the thing that the Dogs have shown me this year, that they got no loyalty to those close to their club. They will cut you the quickest chance they get of a new fancy toy. And I'm sure Galvin will learn that eventually too. That's the culture of them. I say that. Got to remember, I'm a Para fan though, so that's biased commentary right there from me. Watson, Walker, long around here to Marky Mark. Oh no, that's the real reason, legend. 100%. You can't build your future around players who won't be there, right? Past the 20 now. Fifth tackle now, the Roosters. Again, looking for another. Walker. You guessed it. To Tupou. And Daniel Tupou. He's over again. The Roosters are on 24 points. They could lead by 20 in a second. Daniel Tupou officially passes Steve Menzies. 24-6. What a kick. What a try. You just can't stop Daniel Tupou in the air. He makes it too easy. That's your main man there. And Tuala, he didn't know whether to tackle him. Tuala's been caught out a couple times this game, if you really watch it, folks, especially in the high ball. Right on the spot. You could argue Tupou was being grabbed in the leg too before he even went down. So Tupes has done amazing there. I like him coming to Queensland, but I don't like him much. He's a Queenslander, bro. A Queenslander's a Queenslander. What's Reese Robson going to go? Oh, they've signed Reed Marty because Reese Robson signed with the Roosters while she edits, ironically. Yeah, Robson's committed to the Roosters next year. Roosters could get away with the big W win. They could, Michael. They could. Daniel Tupou. Just can't get over him. By the way, can I just say Connor Watson and Reese Robson's going to be a deadly hooker duo. It really is. It's going to be insanely deadly. All right, for a chance to make it a 20-point lead. Sam Walker, 7-6 in the mix. He's got 4 out of 4 goals this game, and he's got a 97% kicking rate. He hasn't played as many games, though, as the average half. He's going to rock up with a big one here. Sammy Walker. Nails it right between the posts. It is 26-6. And where are the Doggies fans? Where are they? Are they home? Are they on Jupiter? Are they stupid? We don't know. We simply do not know, legends. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He has only missed one, Sam. He's unstoppable, Sammy Boy Walker. He does not miss. He does not miss, legends. I heard that Jaden Campbell might be going to the Bears. It's a rumor, legend. And look, if he goes to the Bears, that'd be sick. Honestly, no offense to the... I say this, all right, okay, with the utmost respect, all right, for the Titans, but it's... I don't know about how that's... how it's looking for them in the future. However, that's just my opinion. I'm looking at it from an outside perspective. They might say the same about Para. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, it's all down to opinion. Relax, your cousin will make it up, legend. And he'll do good for them, I'm sure. But the Titans need... I don't see them improving in the next year or two. I feel like it's a little bit away from that. Especially with Tino at the door potentially, unless he manages to get that extra money. But then they also need that money for Beau Fermor, and who's arguably is one of the best defenders, by the way. You know, and actually, no, Fafita's out the door. Maybe with the Fafita money, right, you can go for Tino. Maybe you can go for Tino, though. Right, legends? That's a chance. Have they been going great, though, legends? Have they been going great? I mean, they are last on the ladder and lost to a New South Wales Cup South Sydney Rabbitohs. They should have won that game, by the way, though. You are better than the Rabbitohs at the moment. They are better than the Rabbitohs at the moment, but he's got the result there at the end of the day. And I still think Buddy should get the spoon morally, but, like... You never know. You never know. If Tupou plays another couple of seasons, they can potentially pass Kevin Irvine's record as well. He could, mates. He could, mate. What about the trader? Which game, legend? You mean the Titans game? You mean the Parra game? You mean the... There's a trader every single game, legend. I swear. Curse that Cowboys trader, by the way. Curse him. We need to add a penalty for these traders when they touch the ball so that they don't want to. Reed Marty. Galvin said they don't want to mess with it. Yeah, the Titans and Penrith one, that was... Yeah. What are the chances that in like a few weeks of the same time period, we get traders, multiple traders, deliberately doing stuff that impacts the game, right? Impacts how it goes. They have done it 6 times, Penrith, when they are losing. 6 times. Yeah, the Penrith Panthers are ridiculous like that. They will do anything to win, and they'll bend the rules as much as they like, which is so annoying. Daniel Tupou, oh, beautiful Dogs. Absolutely beautiful. Forcing Tupou into a goal line dropout here. The position was perfect. The Dogs, they're not giving up, but it's going to have to be a holy 20 minutes. Never really tried it, Michael. Just, since when does Tupou, well, he wasn't beat in the air, but since when does he get caught in the air at all? All right. Run, Harry. You're a Bulldog, Harry. You're a Bulldog, Harry. Held on the 40. Reed Marty over to the left. Not yet, bro. Not yet. They're not at 40 yet. When they hit 30, I'll get nervous. Galvin. Gets the Preston Mania there. And Preston Mania on the ground held. All it takes is a try for some motivation. The Dogs to kick out. And again, with a big tackle there, the Roosters, Savala, providing so much there. Obviously at the expense of Sandon Smith, who's out of here. He's rumoured to go to the Raiders at the moment. He was linked to Parra at one point, but that fizzled out. We're focused on Joe Ash now. Anybody see that? By the way, Joe Ash is officially a ginger now. After dyeing his hair. Don't you love it? It's like when the players, they all have it, don't they? They have this era where they change their hair color. Shout out to Bailey Hayward, a whopping 41 tackles so far. The Bulldogs penalty given to the Roosters. Yeah, definitely high shot there. And there's a fun fact from Billy Slater for you. Despite how high they are on the ladder, they're actually the highest team when it comes to giving penalties. Doesn't that show you, though? Oh, yeah, Pizza Hut's good, legend. Now over to the left. Lindsay Collins smashing forward here. Collins, my go-to pizza right there, mate. Meat lovers. The Roosters. Background here. Looking for the tricolours. Sam Walker, and it's a 6 again. Oh, they've smiled upon him. Fortunes, brave, bold, and old. Connor Watson. Step around here to Steep. And Blake Steep up and down here. Where's Fiketti? We need a run from him. We need a run from Celeste Fiketti. All right, Tedesco, he's going to have to take the tackle there for it to not be an obstruction. Now Watson. We're halfway through the set here. They're going simple through the middle now. And Egan Butcher goes in the Westpac red zone. And then it's short, and it's an intercept here from Matt Burton. He's going 40, he's going 30, he's going 20, he's going 10, and he's going for a try. And this might be the Bulldogs on board here. The number 6 with a crucial 4-pointer. And it's up to them to make it 12. It's not over yet. But it's also not on yet necessarily. Something from nothing. That's what they needed, and they got just that. Relax, guys. It's already August. Don't need to be opening your Christmas presents this early. Matt Burton. One of two Bulldogs kings. All the attackers taken care of there. And Billy Smith, credit where it's due, so close to getting him. Just couldn't get it. Hawaiian. Oh, to answer your opinion, legend. I don't know, but yeah. Do you play Rugby League 26? Yes, I do, legend. In fact, I don't like to, you know what's funny, right? Okay, so I played this guy called NRL Fanatics, right, on a stream thing of his, right? He did the free sweep over me, right? But what's annoying is that the game we played off camera before this, I dominated, okay? I dominated. All right, so it's a scam, bro. Though I can officially say, because Trell was ruled out, that he used a not real team and that it's not good enough. All right, the loss doesn't count. The loss doesn't count. And also, as for the overall, mate, my pro team is at 88 overall, legend. 88 overall. The best pack I've gotten so far is a pack that had Diamond, Payne, Haas, Diamond, Angus Crichton, and Emerald. And then after that, I guess you could say Diamond, Stephen Crichton, and I liked. I wouldn't mind having a better winger combination at one point. I've got a 90 rated. I've got a 90 rated Super League winger, by the way. That's great. That's Diamond, but I don't know who he is. Now Galvin to Matt Burton. Bronson Sherry here. And over to the halfway line he goes before going down here. I got Shibasaki. You do you, bro. Mitchell Moses is my halfback, even though he's not the best rated. Purely because he's Mitchell Moses. Lee Hayward going across the Billy Army kick out. And it's time to go here. Burton. Heavy kick there. And on the 10, Tedesco does a bit of a twirl there, the ballerina, and goes down. Dylan Brown. You have Dylan Brown. Oh, lucky bastard. I'm stuck with Cameron Munster. I wish I had Dylan Brown. The saddest thing I ever had to do was dropping Tom Dearden, my Queensland halfback go. I know he's a 5'8", but I played him halfback for Mitchell Moses. It was the toughest thing I could have ever done. Now to the left. Tedesco. Edit abouts here for the NRL. Watson. Lindsay Collins here. This is huge for ramifications on the season and the top 8 race. The Roosters. A simple kick, but sometimes simple does the job, especially when it's a scoreline like this, legends. 12-26 at the moment as it stands. It's telling that there's 4 Roosters on the meters gain chart with Nafua White, Angus Crichton there. Matt Burton is the Bulldog there. Tedesco and Nawadi there. Surely a lot of Burtons come from that intercept try, though. Tom Equals is playing, and I got Dylan on the bench. Fair enough. Fair enough, mate. Now, put Dylan in the centers. He'll do great. Tino was in the junior Broncos. He would have played with them, but Titans got it. The Titans got him. Well, he was at Storm first, wasn't he? He was at the Broncos, but wasn't he? He started his first year in the NRL was for the Storm. But yeah, then he went to Titans, right? He was part of the Broncos. That's a cool fact, though. Yeah, no, he was at the Broncos, but yeah, he was at Broncos, then he was at Storm, then he was at Titans. Oh, did he make his NRL debut for the Broncos? Dang. Didn't even know that about Tino. That's cool. I'm not saying he didn't play for the Broncos. I'm saying I didn't know he played an actual NRL game for them. Okay, Legend. Well, that's what I was saying, and then you said no, so I got confused. I said I was saying that he was that he was a junior, but his first season was for Storm. So I got confused when you said no, because that would mean that Broncos was his first, which it wasn't. So yeah. All good. Anyways, Titans now he plays for, so it doesn't matter. Who knows though? Maybe not for long. Anyways, Roosters, unsuccessful challenge there. There we go. Is DC still going to Sydney Roosters? Based on the players, what they say, it seems highly likely, Legend. And the plan seems to be that he will take up a mentorship kind of. He'll have a coaching job after. All right, the Dogs. This would be huge if they came back into this. The ball on the Roosters 10-meter zone. Spencer talking with the ref about how to do this. The referee whisperer, he is not. All right, Bronson Sherry here. Down the side. So where is Sam going to play if DCE comes? No, Sam's playing halfback, Legend. The rumor, according to the outlets, is that Cherry will be the 5'8" and Sam will be the leading halfback, and that Savala will be given another year. Will be given a year where he learns under Cherry. I don't know if I necessarily agree with it, but that's from what's said. The Roosters is planned. Come on, Roosters, bring it home. Tina could be another one that might leave Australia. He probably will, Legend. And you know what? Australia has so many options, it would be good for us. Not because I don't want Tino there, but because we need some competitiveness. I want someone that never wins to win. Like, never wins. Could you imagine the scenes of PNG one, for example, Legend, something? Like, my God, it would be... The world would shake. There would be tsunamis. I can't believe Bronx let Sam Walker go. I can't believe it either, Legend. Like, Adam Reynolds is great for years, but he's nowhere near as long-term, is he? Nowhere near as long-term for years. You need more with it. Up-and-coming halfback Kobe Black. Exactly. Just back yourself with Kobe Black. He looks the goods. He looks the goods in the junior system. You should watch him. Oh, the Roosters. And the dropout off the Dogs. Knock on. Roosters collect. And Spencer Lanier has it on the first. And the Roosters. Billy Smith takes a big hit straight after that. And we got a bit of a push and shove going on between the Roosters and the Dogs here. The Bulldogs. Radley will be playing Origin next year if he is informed come next year. We'll see, Wills. We'll see. I personally think it's such a stacked, hard to change. It's such a stacked roster. And I wouldn't be so confident when Dane Laurie said he saw no reason to change the team next year and he's going to stay as the coach. I wouldn't be so confident that he'd change to playing Radley, but I mean, it'd be good to change it up, right? Victor the Inflictor's definitely got that ferociousness to him. Bro, that was a crazy tackle on the leg from the Dogs. Crazy tackle on the leg. We talked about Titans before. Shout out, look at that. Former Titans coach there in the box, learning under Trent, Justin Holbrook. The Roosters to the left, and oh my God, they instantly lose the ball. Legends. Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. They are on it. No, he will not be playing for this. He plays. Plays for England. The English. He the mighty England. They've just confirmed here over 31,903 fans here tonight at Allianz Stadium. There'll be even more tomorrow when Parra and South destroy that. Connor Tracy and around to Crichton. Gets it into Carraz here.
Jacob Carraz now. Odamati. Gets it up. It should be that his mates with my cousin and went to school. Braven Scott. Sick, mate. Hopefully he does well. Reed Marty to Hughes. Hughes up and about it here. Definitely starting to feel the rust sink in, Legends. 9.5 minutes to go. What could it behold? What does it have in store for us? Bronson Sherry here gets the pass off, and the Bulldogs. Oh my God, I think he got that. Did he get that? Did he get the pass off? No, he didn't. He's put over. I thought he may have done it, but nah, just barely. For under 19. I think he did, Walshy, but I don't remember exactly. I wasn't looking. Yeah, no, Will's right. The eligibility is apparently being reevaluated, so it wouldn't be surprising if Bradley did become eligible. Does anybody else find it kind of funny how much... Yeah, challenge unsuccessful from the Dogs here. I think he played, Legends. I do think he played. But, yeah, Origin eligibility should be shifting to the future for the better. The Roosters down the left here. Penalty for the Roosters. And Reed Marty and the Dogs starting a fight. And for the first time ever, it wasn't Reed that did the first touch. Twice he's hit me in the head. Victor the Inflictor tells the referee. Yeah, hit him with the shoulder to the head. Bray definitely touched his head. Was definitely a brace, though. There's not much in it, if anything. Far out, Reed Marty. Always got that grin, doesn't he? Well, I think we should listen. That was a two-point tackle, by the way. We should listen to the Inflictor here with the two legends. It's twice, bro. You gotta watch it, bro. Being hit in the head. Honestly, Reed Marty picking a fight with the biggest guys is always hilarious to me. All right. Okay, the Roosters have just been warned that they're going to the bin if they escalate again. Yeah, fair enough. How did nobody... Are the commentators... Sorry, Legends. I'm not trying to criticize the commentators, but they missed the head-high shoulder. But then they see it there and go, oh, yeah, from that angle it looks like it was. It looks like he shouldered him from every angle. Use your eyes. It was pretty obvious what Max King did, Channel 9. It was pretty obvious. And I'm actually losing brain cells that you couldn't tell that till then. Respect to the professionals. James Tedesco. Only if they played in Australia before age 13. Only if. There's a huge, if with it too. Sam Walker gets it to Tedesco. You'd think surely one more try would 100% guarantee it. 6.5 minutes on the clock. I think it's already pretty certain, but another try would for certain seal the win for the Roosters. Bulldogs, Roosters, a bit awkward there, who it was between. Knocked on. There we go. That's the call. The end of the day. We're done with it. Yeah, Kiwi players could play Origin. 100% they could, Legend. Over to the left here. And the shortest player in that contest is the one that won it. Who would have thunk? Looking at the replay here. Yes, he forced that error. One of the last players you would have wanted for the Dogs to be in that position. Back over to Kayo now. Gets it to the 30 here. Offloads to Reed Marty. No stranger to a 40-20. Kick it, Reed. Kick it. Connor Watson looks like he was knocked around the schnozzer, feeling that one pretty hard. Stephen Crichton, here he is, down the side. Back to the left side now. Galvin. Matt Burton. Here we go. That's a bomb. But well taken from Marky Mark here. Nawanganawazi there. Gets over to the 30 before going down here. Short around to Toya. He's playing with his toys. Yeah. In the Dogs' next 3 games, they have a tough run after this with the Storm, the Panthers, and the Sharks. They'll probably beat the Sharks, I'm not going to lie, but Storm and Panthers are going to be really tough for them. James Tedesco. Looks for the offload here. Couldn't get it. Now, you know what? They'll lose to the Sharks and they'll beat a Storm or the Panthers. Guaranteed. Billy Smith. Connor Watson here. And now it's Walker's job to hit it in the air here. So much chase on it. And what a take from Tracy. Tedesco with the awkward landing to try and get it. Tony Kayo was an interesting one. It always ticked me. He played for New Zealand and Australia, or I played at Origin for Queensland. Honestly, legends. Well, most of them, when they get a choice, pick Queensland, unless they're an underdog fan. And, fair enough, right? It is how it is. It's just kind of how it turns out. Just a lot of people don't like New South Wales, and Dogs lose the ball. Clean knock on from Bronson there. The Roosters there. Hits a rooster and goes. And a highly unlikely result there. And now the Roosters, in the next 3 games, they lose to the Parramatta Eels in round 25 before facing the Storm and the Rabbitohs. It's gonna be a great old grudge match there when they play the Rabbitohs. And it'll be a grudge match next year when they play the Eels, because the Eels are putting 50 on them because they're the Parramatta Eels and they're just so much better, legends. I don't know what to tell you. They're just so much better, the Parramatta Eels. Roosters and Rabbitohs. Go. Crichton now. Down the left here. Back to Watson. Back round here. Apparently, according to the commentator, it's not just Allianz. Roosters and Rabbitohs are also bickering over a junior field as well for who gets that. They just can't stop arguing, can they? Kieran Ford, born in Australia, had his family is born in New Zealand, and he chose New Zealand, legend. To be fair, he wasn't going to get many games for Australia. That's the difference. And Tupou has a hat trick. Daniel Tupou, I repeat, has a hat trick. He could have played Origin, though, definitely for it. Goodness me. Circle around his head. The tricorner with the post might as well have a huge target on its head because he is just directed to it. He is a magnet to metal. He's going to fly away. He's got all the chocolates in this chocolate factory to clean up the bull frauds. I have a feeling they'll make 40 in under 2 minutes. Sure they will, mate. We'll see, mate. 30. They ain't make that. Nah, totally not. Can't happen. Best case, they're going to get 38, which isn't 40. What a try. Daniel Tupou, he just does everything so simply. He never lets you down in the tough moments. Reliable sometimes pays off. You don't need to be flashy to know how to get the job done. He's worth all the cashy for not being that flashy. Daniel Tupou makes it look easy. What about SJ? Play for Warriors and Shucks. It still feels weird seeing him in the Sharks jersey, you know. For me, he's a wah through and through, and the Sharks is just an awkward period. Sam Walker. I wonder where Nico Hines goes if he doesn't end up at Sharks. Because for those of you who don't know, the chances that Nico ended up at Sharks were extremely awkward. First off, all right, they had SJ. They let SJ go to Warriors. Their first target was Adam Reynolds. They almost got Reynolds. It was heavily happened. In fact, it was almost expected that he'd end up at Sharks and that he was going to sign there. And then that just didn't work out. And last second, he's a Bronco. But what happens in that one? Does Nico become the Bronco in that instance? And in that case, who wins with it? What a kick, though. 32-12. Bulldogs with the short kickoff. Samuel Hughes reacts instantly here. Dummies and goes. He's pedaling towards the Roosters goal line now. Could have been while she edits, maybe, if you didn't get Reynolds from Sharks. And they instantly lose it. Spencer Lanier gets it and grins. 30 seconds on that clock. And here's Uelu. And in the final seconds of the game, the Roosters will just play the ball. Get ready, folks. We're going to be doing the countdown. I'm watching you there. Watching me. Countdown time. Here we go. With me now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. He's brought out of play. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. The Sydney Roosters win. Roosters 32, Bulldogs 12, and this is truly an epic season. Roosters are firmly in 7th place, tied on points with Sharks, but they're smashing Sharks in point differential, legends, thanks to their last couple of weeks. Broncos in 6th, Panthers in 5th, Warriors in 4th, 3rd is the Dogs, 2nd is Storm, and 1st is, and I can't believe I'm saying this, the Faders, the Raiders. And what a year this is shaping up to be. Truly special. Anyways, legends, do my best to have a stream on Sunday. Vlog comes out either Sunday or the Monday. I do have a funeral thing on the Sunday, so just putting that out there. So it's a bit up in the air, but I'll try to keep you guys updated. Remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed so far. Thank you to the 28 people that gave their opinion on the Sweet Caroline song. 64% are sick of Sweet Caroline, 25% aren't, and 11% didn't ask and are complaining why Will even asked. Appreciate you all. I'll see you guys next time. Let's go. Brilliant stream. What a return. We are so back, legends.